Want to hear about a niche fragrance company that you probably don't know anything about, but it's really outstanding, and I got a ton of samples here, and I'm going to give you a quick spray and let you know what I think. Welcome back, everybody, to Joel the Nose, and doing a video today. It's a little bit different. I'm going to describe or tell you about a new brand that has come onto my nose or my radar, and it's one that's relatively new, actually. It's a relatively new fragrance brand, and that is PERRIS Monte Carlo. This is one of their decants. PERRIS Monte Carlo. You can kind of see the name on the back. This is a actually family-owned fragrance company. It's part of a larger group called the PERRIS Luxury Group, and it's based in Monte Carlo, right? So that's kind of cool, a little bit different. I'm not aware of necessarily any other fragrance companies based in Monte Carlo. So, right, it exudes luxury, exudes kind of that just, you know, upper luxurious lifestyle. And I have a bunch of samples. So I thought what I would do today is just kind of go through and give you a brief little kind of introduction real quick and smell and tell you what I think. And by the way, they've done already some collaborations with some really like famous perfumers like Luca Maffi, Gianluca Paris, who's one of the family members. They've actually worked with Jean-Claude Ellena, which is, you know, the former in-house perfumer for Hermes and a true legend. So anyways, let me get right into this and one I'm going to save for last, which I just absolutely have fallen in love with. First, let me show you one. This is called Yanglang Nosy Bee. Kind of cool, right? Yanglang Nosy Bee. I don't know if it's reflecting too much there. And they describe this one. Nosy Bee is an island near Madagascar where they produce a great deal of raw materials for perfumery. The raw materials produced are one of the outstanding thanks to the geography of the region. And as such, it's called Perfume Island, right? That's something, I learned something new today. So obviously this is going to be essentially, should be a Yanglang, and I'm going to spray it right on the card and give you my, there we go, got it on my hand. Ooh, 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 that kind of took my breath away. It's so elegant, it's so artistic and French. It's definitely Yanglang, but it's kind of boozy also. It's got like a boozy element to it. I don't know any of the other materials in it. I'm just going off of, again, this card here, but it's got this, got on my hand, kind of like boozy Yanglang. Ooh, beautiful. All right, next I'm going to go with, this is Lavonne Romaine. Lavonne Romaine. This is, of course, based on lavender. So it says, lavender is the soul of Haute Provence, wrote the famous French novelist. Blah, blah, blah. It says, oh, this one was done by Jean-Claude Ellena. Jean-Claude Ellena, I did not know that. He says, as a perfumer, I love the strength of the landscapes and the beauty of lavender fields. I composed Lavonne Romaine, a joyful fragrance that dances and sings a summer tune. So this is kind of a perfect summer fragrance. Let me spray it here on the card. Okay. Ooh, wow. My immediate sensation was blue. Let me see what it says here. Oh, there's a description here that talks about blue butterflies flying in lavender fields. Lavender obviously kind of has a blue tint to it. This totally evokes lavender and blue and summery and bright. Delicious. And I love Jean-Claude Ellena. I've read almost all of his books that he's written. To me, he's a real icon and almost like a mentor in my own little world. All right, so that was that one. Next, we're going to do with Arancia di Sicilia. Arancia di Sicilia. And this one is, obviously you can tell because of Sicilia, this is supposed to be the citrus fruits of Monte Carlo and the rays from the sun and the power of the earth. It's got cedar, it's got mandarin, it's got bergamot. So this is going to be, I think, another good summery kind of fresh. Let's go. Oh boy. This is extreme mandarin, citrus, bergamot. It's definitely reminiscent of Sicily or, of Italy. And I picture those lemon trees and those citrus trees and the fruit trees and the mandarin. Oof, beautiful. Very summery, perfect summer fragrance. You can see where a lot of people like that. Almost has an aqua de Parma feel to it. Next, I'm going to go with Jasmine de Pays. Jasmine de Pays. And what is this? Oh, another Jean-Claude Ellena. So he's done at least 2 now that I know of. And I think they've done about 29 or 30 fragrances so far in their, repertoire or collection. Okay, this is obviously a jasmine fragrance. He talks about coming from jasmine in his childhood in Grasse, France, and smelling the flowers at dawn, and he would pick the flowers. So obviously very much influenced by his childhood and picking flowers at dawn and jasmine. Let's see. Oh yeah. This feels like a fresh, beautiful flower field in springtime blooming. Yeah, I mean, that is pure jasmine. If you're a jasmine fan, you're going to, I think, love Jasmine Pays. Next, I'm going to go with Cacao Asiatique. Cacao Asiatique. Now, I've smelled this one. It's hard to see these reflective ones. I've smelled this one before, and it's been one of my favorites just off the initial smell when I have kind of smelled it in different stores. This is, again, based on the cocoa bean. And so, not much else to say. It talks about the Aztec Indians in Central America, and this is a non-traditional essence blended with spices, creating an airy, intoxicating scent that will heighten your senses. So, I know that from smelling it, that I love this cacao smell. By the way, cacao is what chocolate is made of, for those of you who don't know. Oh, yeah. This is like, have you ever had really good chocolate at a chocolate shop where they infuse it with different elements like spices? This is like almost like a jalapeno infused chocolate. In fact, I think I'm going to wear this one today, or maybe the last one that I'm going to show you. Oh, boy. Really unique. So unique. Have any of you worn spicy cacao fragrance before? Well, that's what it is. All right, next, Mimosa Tannerone. Mimosa Tannerone, obviously the mimosa plant, another Jean-Claude Ellena. So here's the third one he has collaborated with. He says, Mimosa Tannerone is an ode to tenderness, sweetness, and the sensations of blossoming love. Another springtime fragrance, I think, mimosa. Beautiful. By the way, it says here that this is actually from the region of Tannerin, and Tannerin is the largest mimosa forest in Europe. So there you go. Let's smell it. Ooh. Mimosa is such a unique smell to me. For those of you who have seen me talk about Reflection from Mas Milano, they have a heavy mimosa. That's a heavy mimosa-based fragrance. And this has that vibe, although these are totally different fragrances, but mimosa is so unique. It's such a unique floral. It's a floral that I would call, it's not a feminine floral. This is a very unisex floral fragrance. Beautiful. Another masterpiece, I can tell by Jean-Claude Ellena. And lastly, I come to the last sample I have. This is Bois de Oud. Bois de Oud. If you can see that there, Bois de Oud. I have worn this a couple times already. Of course, this is based on oud. They say here in Bois de Oud, we use spices to emphasize its natural oriental spicy characteristics. So if you like spicy, oriental, sensual oud fragrances, this one is going to be for you. Like I said, I've already worn this. I really like it. You can see it's been used a little bit already because I've already started to wear it. It's just a beautiful, spicy, oriental oud fragrance. You get oud right from the start. So you must like oud to like this, but it's not an overpowering stinky oud. It's so blended well with the spicy and the sweetness of the Oriental. Really like that one. So there you have it. My 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 samples from PERRIS Monte Carlo. And, you know, again, there's one of the samples. Highly recommended getting your nose on these. I'm going to pick a few, probably Bois de Oud, probably the Cacao Asiatique, because these are so unique. Maybe I'll review some more. And I think if don't quote me on this, but I think these are for 100 mLs are going to retail for about $190. So you're talking really good price for a niche fragrance. I'm excited to get to know these. And if you already know these, please let me know. I want to hear your comments. What do you think about this line, this house, and these particular fragrances that I mentioned today, the 7 that I went over? Hope you found this kind of cool and fun and different. If you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, please. And of course, you can like the video and you share the video. I don't often ask that, but if you find these videos useful, go ahead and share them. Of course, it helps me. It helps build the channel. So there you have it, Joel the Nose. I'll be back soon with another video, guys. Peace and love.